Welcome to Real George's Backroom. Tonight, we say goodbye to one of Albany's special attractions, Fear of Strangers. They've been with us now for 5 years as the Units and then as Fear of Strangers. On September 16th, 1983, they played their last engagement ever, going out in a big way at the Albany Hilton Hotel, where John Hamilton of WQBK FM radio interviewed them for the Backroom. A Kingston band plays tonight. The Stars That Wouldn't Shine appeared at 288 Lark Street. Bruce Hallenbeck is with us reviewing the movie Krull. And to start us off, a band from Woodstock, New York presents their genuine reggae music, Black Sheep. They appeared at Albany's Lincoln Park during this summer's Rock Against Reaganomics concerts. Stay tuned to the Backroom, because as always, there is much, much more on the Backroom. Much, much more.
Come on, put your hands together. Gotta make it louder. Who do you want? Who do you want? When do you want them? When do you want them? Who do you want? Let's put your get together and bring back Black Sheep.
From the ends of the earth, here is here. Soon they'll cover the whole universe. Yeah. The Caribbean to the European. Here. Jamaica to America, Ethiopia. Gathering, we gathering. All time people. Gathering, we gathering. Long ship of Israel. Gathering, we gathering. All right, seekers. seekers, gathering to our keeper. All child people, lost sheep of Israel. All righteous seekers, gathering to our keeper. All child people, lost sheep of Israel. All righteous seekers, gathering to our keeper. All child people, lost sheep of Israel. All righteous seekers, gathering to our keeper.
Right now, Columbia Pictures is creating a whole new world. The planet Krull.
Hi, this is Bruce Hallenbeck in the Backroom, and tonight we're going to talk about Krull. Krull is a major movie that was 2 years in the making at England's vast Pinewood Studios, where they film all the 007 movies. The result is a little disappointing. It's not as wild and woolly as it might have been, but it's still an entertaining fantasy for the kids. Krull is a very derivative fantasy. It's actually part fantasy, part science fiction, part Star Wars, part Excalibur. Probably the most memorable character is a friendly, eloquent Cyclops, portrayed by Bernard Bresslaw, who frequently waxes poetic about death and aging because he knows the exact moment when he's going to die. It's been predicted since his birth. It's a very interesting character, one of the few unusual things about the film. The rest of Krull, as I say, is fairly derivative, although the performances are memorable and some of the characters are very entertaining to watch.
The royalty. The renegades. The wise men, brave men, the conjurers, seers, the slayers, the changelings, their master, the beast, and a new hero on a perilous quest in search of the Black Fortress and the woman he loves.
Ken Marshall, best known for his portrayal of Marco Polo in the NBC TV miniseries, plays Prince Colwyn, the ruler of the planet Krull and also the hero of the piece. He's a very stalwart hero, and he does all his own stunts, so he buckles every swash in sight. Playing Princess Lisa is a very attractive young English actress named Lizette Anthony. In fact, she's the perfect fairy tale princess. You just look at her and you know that that is a fairy tale princess. She doesn't have much to do in the movie. She just kind of stands around, watches out the castle window, and waits to be rescued. But don't get upset, you career woman. That's the job of a fairy tale princess. Krull certainly isn't dull, but director Peter Yates' approach to the material is certainly juvenile, and Stanford Sherman's script is a bit too mythical to be taken seriously by adults. So probably, if you go to see Krull, you should definitely take your kids, and they're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than you do. I'm Bruce Hallenbeck on the planet Krull, which is located somewhere in the back room.
288 Mark Street. Every law-abiding citizen go out and grab a gun. Carpenter of the stillways, the meter man, the nun. Take the figures of the underworld, put them 6 feet underground. It's the urban cowboy's golden age. Let's have another round. This is vigilante.
I'm John Hamilton, and welcome to Real George's Backroom. We're here at the Albany Hilton Hotel, an unlikely setting for rock and roll, but perhaps fitting because it's Albany's classiest band that we're featuring here tonight.
Cahoots is downstairs.
Hey.
That's true. That's true. And we're talking with Steve Cohen and Val Haynes of Fear of Strangers. And the big news, of course, is the band is breaking up. So now the inevitable question is why?
Oh, we hate each other, and we can't go on anymore.
That's always a good reason. You hate him also?
Well, why do you think he's not sitting next to me?
That's right. Just don't start hitting each other over my head,
we
or
won't.
yell duck or something, you know.
You know, even though I'm from Troy, I am very genteel.
That's true. That's so I've heard.
It's nothing like, it's a whole host of reasons. Val and I want to seek our fame and fortune in New York.
Okay, and the reason that the band is not seeking their fame and fortune in New York is?
A couple of individual reasons. You know, Todd and Deborah, his wife, a wonderful woman.
That's right. You always have to say lovely one.
Well, no, she's a great person. Anyway, they have a business on Robinson Square, a fitness studio, and a child. So it's, you know, you're a lot less mobile.
So they want to remain here in Albany
Right.
and not take it on the road. And you're a little disappointed at this point that the band did not take off from Albany.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, but the thing is, I feel like things happen. You know, I'm pragmatic in a lot of ways. I feel like maybe they just weren't supposed to happen. I'm not going to feel doomed.
Well, obviously,
for the next 20 years.
or you wouldn't
No.
be taking
Right.
the initiative of making another move.
So I'm just thinking that's what happened, folks, and you heard it first.
Yeah,
Right here,
You know,
Real
we
George's
gave this a lot of time, and I like living in Albany. I'm not really looking forward to moving in a certain sense, but we kind of reached the end of the line with this here, this band in this town. And
Can we look forward to, well, obviously coming back up to Albany and playing with your whatever you're doing in the future, whether it's a duet or a new band or?
I would say it's definitely an option. That if definitely an option. It sounds vague, people.
Well, we hope so.
I would think that if we got a band together in the context that people would like to see us in, I would like to come back.
Okay. Now, a further question on that is, if you do come back, will we be hearing any of the tunes that we already associate with you? Things that you've already written, things that you've been performing, or are you going to throw that all out and start all over again?
Oh, no way.
Okay.
I'm gonna. No
Well, there's some
way.
very, very good tunes in there. I mean, I would hope not, but
No way. I will always love doing Shopping for a Dog.
it's a great song.
All I wanna do is step outside. My tears are see-through. I can't hide the failure. Love won't conquer. It's hard to watch our love go under. I feel my heart is in Australia, can't be here. No.
have any particular highlights of performing in Albany, creating quite a legion of fans out there?
Oh, well, Larkfest last year.
That was a highlight.
That was a highlight. And believe it or not, SPAC, don't listen to Donald Wilcock, okay, people? Because Todd was not lacking on guitar, even though he's like right behind me, kicking me. No, sorry.
But his main contention was you did not do vaults.
Yeah, that's look.
Doing old material. Vaults,
Yeah.
you know, that's why.
That was SPAC and the Larkfest. The second Larkfest we played, I think, are my most.
Also, that Capitol Park party, I thought was a great
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Oh, I guess
Would you care to join us?
over 5 years there must be lots of highlights.
Here he comes.
Have a seat.
Don't block the camera, Todd.
According to joining us now, Todd Nelson. According to these two, your wishing to remain in Albany is basically the reason that they're put you on the spot.
Well, we don't know.
I'm not. I'm just saying it that way. I'm just saying it that way to, you know. Well, they said everybody can't stand each other. I figured I'd, you know, fuel the fire. No, so you wish to remain here in Albany. What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be trying to take a different approach to music making. Maybe not having to rely on it quite so much as an income kind of thing.
But rather just something that you'd be doing for a weekend. They mentioned before you had the fitness studio that you're devoting a lot of time to.
Well, I'm supposed to be devoting a lot of time to it. I end up having a lot of trouble even doing that, but
Oh, really?
as far as music goes, I really feel like I just have different ambitions now or different priorities as far as success goes. I mean, there's a lot of different measures of success, and
Yeah.
I sort of feel that to be successful right now, I should be a good father and be at home a lot, and I feel that I can still be a good musician and do that too.
Sure. Hey.
Yeah, well, that's
got a lot to do with it,
I-
you know.
There's nothing unsuccessful about being home and being a good father, at all.
matter of fact, that's Val's ambition, secretly.
It's true. It's
Voice of
true, people.
experience,
So if there is a good mother out there, write to P.O. Box Edit.
Well, we've been joined by Mark Foster now.
Hey, Mark, saw that. I was going to get to that. Mark Foster joining us now. Are you going to remain with Todd, or do you have other plans too?
They'd make a lovely
Yeah,
couple.
that's right.
It's going to be the nanny.
Right. No, I'd say yeah, that's a fair
You're
statement.
going to watch the kid while they take care of the fitness studio, isn't it?
That's right. You know, do a little house sitting.
Gonna give the kid your drum set and say beat it, you know.
Right. Yeah. And I do windows, so you know, so it works out well. No, I don't have any definite plans. It's hard to have plans when what's happening isn't really planned. You know, it's not over and it isn't planned. Well,
That's
okay. You know, a lot of this. I don't think that it came overnight. You know, it's not like all of a sudden people said, okay, let's break up or whatever. But I would have to sum up by saying maybe a not a wait and see kind of attitude, but I've always been in music and I've always done a whole bunch of different things at the same time. And so I'll probably somehow continue doing that. I have a lot of fun playing.
And you've got a lot of fans here, and unfortunately, I think for New York, they never really heard. Well, not even New York so much. I guess you played down there quite a bit as Fear of Strangers, but the rest of America, the fact that Fear of Strangers is sort of a Northeast and then specifically Capital District experience, I think is a.
Except for isolated college radio stations. Not so isolated, actually.
Such as.
All you know, a lot of.
What was that mining college in New Mexico?
Yes, Sirocco.
It's true, people.
I remember you got a postcard. I ran into you in
Metallurgy.
I ran into you in the Albany Public Library, looking through radio stations, trying to find what station it was that said they were playing you.
Oh, yeah.
And did you ever find out?
No, I don't think they existed. Well, we did. We got a lot of airplay on 100 college radio stations or so. So people heard about us. We made our mark.
Anything else any one of you wishes to say? You would say goodbye to Albany. You too. Sponge. Sponge is a good word.
Oh, there it goes. Well, it's time to go
It's
have
very
a beer.
very absorbing.
Wait a minute. I'd like to say I love you all, and thanks so much for liking us, because we like you. Okay?
M.I.C.
This was Fear of Strangers. Stay tuned for more Real George's Back Room.
And now, welcome to the back room, the stars that wouldn't shine.
People everywhere but no one ever seems to care. People crowd around like cancer. Overlated universe, yes. All the stars get closer. And the statues of real heroes keep struggling around. This girl on my doorstep and she said, it's her that takes the world in. Never stable, so she with the trick as a done. Falls down and she starts to cry. No one ever wonders why she ran away. To the night and so you think insanity. Walks around, thinking that there's lots of heroes. Glad to start everyone up to our heart. Ways of turning, but the world keeps on turning. Ignorance, your way of life, making loving gestures to us. You better go away and pleasure till you find a meaning. Madness all around you, and the rich are trying to live. So you've got questions on your mind, the answers have been left behind. The world's become a dollar sign that you keep running on and on. Human race is obsolete. The human race is obsolete. The human race is obsolete. The human race is obsolete.
Thanks for watching Real George's Back Room number 25, and thanks to everyone who helped to make this production possible, especially Bruce Hallenbeck, who reviewed the movie Krull, and John Hamilton, who interviewed Fear of Strangers. Michael Digert did the lighting and still photography at the Fear of Strangers interview. Thanks to the bands Fear of Strangers, Black Sheep, and The Stars That Wouldn't Shine. Thank you, 288 Lark Street and the Albany Hilton Hotel. Thanks Gary Glinsky and Tom Glisserman for sharing their videotape, Shopping for a Dog, with the Back Room. Remember, if you would like to send your comments or suggestions to the Back Room, please write Real George, P.O. Box 724, Clifton Park, New York, 12065. Thanks for tuning in to the Back Room, and do remember, there is always much, much more on the Back Room. Tune in again.